Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and either are these guys. This is Elite Commando from Crown Clan. Elite Commando has been a massive supporter of this channel for a long time now. For that I will be eternally grateful. Elite Commando in the Kranvagn. This is a tier 10 that I don't yet have, the 4-shot Swedish auto-loading heavy tank. The one that looks pretty groovy, and you can see here is no slouch. Have a look at that. 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel in the Swedish tier 10. 4-shot auto-loading heavy tank. He does get spotted here on Sand River, looking towards that T49, and he's looking at him, and first shot goes through for 412 hit points. Second shot, no, I don't have no idea how that second shot hit either. Brings his damage count up to 855. Got 2 bullets left in the clip, and you can see on the mini-map lots of tanks in the central part of Sand River as Elite Commando looks towards the T30. I have no idea where that shot went, but bounces 1,000, make that 1,750 hit points of damage in 3 short shots, and that's the beauty of this turret. This turret, not only is it quite strong, it's very well angled, and when you can work off ridge lines, work off the back of these hills like Elite Commando is doing right now, you can really put that turret armor to use. He's already blocked 1,750 damage. He's done 1,215, and you can see the gun, 120mm gun. It's not a bad gun at all. 400 alpha damage, 252 penetration with APCR rounds, which is standard ammunition on this gun. 300 with the heat rounds. It's a significant increase of 48mm of penetration with the heat rounds, which is premium ammunition. Of course, the auto loading doesn't take that long to reload. We'll see him reload again pretty soon, I would imagine. He's got 3 shells left in the clip. Looking towards that Object 140 and the WZ115A, as well as that T49, who's been playing around the low at tier 8, camping back there, down there. And why wouldn't he? They are on defense. This is the assault mode. Elite Commando's team is on the attack, and of course in assault mode the object of the game is to, as usual, kill everybody if you can, and I reckon that's what Elite Commando is going to try to do, especially with that track T30. Kill everyone if you can, and also if you don't kill them you can cap them out, but of course if you're on the defense, which is the red team in this game, you don't need to kill all the green players, and that's the I guess that's the challenge of the defense version of the game. Elite Commando back on the reload again. Just about loaded. Still sticking with standard ammunition. You shouldn't need too much premium ammunition in this game. He is top tier in this tier 10 battle. Only 3 tier 10s on each team. The Kranvagn with Elite Commando, the M48 pattern and the E3 on Elite Commando's team. Now, there's 1 shell left. Surprised that one landed. Of course, you're better off throwing a shell towards an enemy tank than taking an early reload, I guess. 3-2's the score. Elite Commando on 4,037 damage so far. 2,400 damage blocked. A little bit of assisted damage, and he's just warming up here. He's just about got a full clip ready to go. They're up by 1 tank, but of course, we're in the assault mode. It's only a 10-minute time limit. That's why you can see there's only 6 minutes left in the game. 3 all as the IS-3 goes down. Looking towards the low. Reloads just in time to pick up his first kill. Brings the score up to 4-3. And I think that's about the first time they've been ahead in this game. Now, Elite Commando puts a blind shot towards... Not really sure what the tank was he put a blind shot towards. WZ, I think it might have been. There's WZ115A. He's thinking about going for him. He'd dearly love to get rid of a tier 10 tank. He's only got 4 standard rounds remaining. He's on the reload again. He took an early reload in that situation because you could see that there was nobody really left to shoot at in the central part of this map. 5.5 minutes left on the clock. 5-3's the score. 4,148 damage done. Looking towards the Rheinmetall Borsig. Wants to aim properly. Make sure his shots hit. Puts 1 shot in, realises he's probably going to be spotted, doesn't want to get hit by the E4, picks up 829 assisted damage on that E4, one of the tier 10 tanks on the enemy team. Now he's down to 440 hit points, that enemy E4, and I reckon that's what Elite Commando's looking at, thinking I wouldn't mind getting rid of that one, or maybe pushing on this WZ115A. The WZ115A, as well as the Object 140, the tier 10 tanks in the middle, is asking the E3 to follow him and help him. and he keeps looking at him. Hopefully that E3 is going to help as Elite Commando gets spotted. Looks to his right, sees the AMX M449, as well as there was another tank over there, maybe the Scorpion G, I think. But this is the task at hand. He needs to put some damage into the Chinese heavy tank. One shot into him. The second shot damages and tracks him for the second time. The E3 picks up the kill. Elite Commando pulls back, takes a reload, switches to heat rounds now. Not particularly because he's going to need the heat rounds against the enemy team, because there's only one Tier 10 tank left, and that's a T110E4. But he's only got 3 standard rounds left, and that's what you've got to think of when you're in an autoloader, I guess, towards the end of the game. You'd rather have a full clip than just 3 rounds of ammunition. 8-3 the score now. They're looking pretty good. Only 4 minutes left though, so they don't really want to stuff around for too long. All three Tier 10 tanks on Elite Commando's team are still in this game. Of course, that E4 just went down to the guard at Tier 4. That's a Tier 4 Russian premium Tier 8 medium tank. Elite Commando heading straight for these tank destroyers that are up here. Boutista, the Scorpion G, and the AMX M449 Liberty tank also acting as sort of like a tank destroyer, I guess, and he's hoping to pick up some more kills. Just misses out on the kill shot of the Scorpion G. And on 1,015 hit points, you can certainly afford to take a couple of hits from these tanks. And bearing in mind how strong this turret is, very good chance, because they're tier 8s, very good chance that they might bounce. Good chance of bouncing the AMX as well. 2 out of those 4 shots went through the AMX M449 Liberté premium French Tier 8 heavy tank. Picks up some more assisted damage because he did have that AMX tracked, and in the end a comfortable win, 15-3, with just under 3 minutes left on the battle clock. Let's have a quick look at the result of Elite Commando from Crown Clan. In the Kranvagn, Elite Commando, an absolute champion. Not lucky enough to pick up an ace on that occasion. That was a first class. Bruiser medal, fire for effect, shell proof. Confederate for shooting more tanks than anybody else did, the high caliber. And the sniper, I didn't think he was sniping that much, but I think it was more so taking long-range shots just when they sort of presented to themselves. He certainly wasn't camping at the back in that assault battle. 6,193 damage. 1 kill, 1185 base experience. Probably missed out on an ace by, I reckon, 2 shots. Bearing in mind there's only 3 Tier 10 tanks on each team. 21 shots fired, 18 hit, 16 did damage. Made plenty of coin there with a premium account, just under 43,000 credits in that assault version. And you can see there, 3,600 sniped. Gee, I didn't think it would be that much. You also blocked 3,000 damage. Sorry, 2,400, and he also got 3,090 assisted damage. So I reckon that was pretty close to an ace, bearing in mind all those figures. Let's see how he goes on this next game. On Al Haloof this time, the other sandy kind of map. This time it's just a normal battle, and you can see Elite Commando going with the heavy tanks, doing the heavy tank thing over in the northwest corner. Again, just 3 Tier 10 tanks on each team, an FV215B, the TVP T5051 and the Grill on the enemy team, and Kranvagn along with the Batchat 25T and the Big Derp, the FV4005, the KV2 of Tier 10, the British tank destroyer. Let's have a look. Let's see how we go. He's not stuffing around. 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel. You can see where this video is going, can't you? I know you're already thinking about it. This is going to be 3 replays featuring the Kranvagn and Elite Commando from Crown Clan on his way to, maybe the main picture might give it a little bit away. Let's see how we go. Elite Commando moving up to this very good position for a tank like the Kranvagn with the good gun depression. You can see how his gun depression is going down now, and as he sort of pokes over this ridgeline, that angle on his turret just makes it so much easier to bounce pretty much anything. I mean, obviously artillery is still going to be quite painful. There's 1 artillery on the enemy team. It's a Tier 9 American M53, M55. A lot of people say that's better than the Tier 10 American with the changes to artillery. And it looks to me like that artillery certainly was aiming towards Elite Commando. We just sort of heard it go off. He's got 1 shell left. He puts it into the Lorraine 40T. Lorraine 40T, the Tier 8 French auto-loading medium tank. takes him down to 130, and it looks like that Lorraine sort of realised, well, I reckon that Kranvagn might be on a reload. I fancy myself here, but he YOLOs Elite Commando and got taken out by the 110, the Tier 8 Chinese heavy tank. Pulls back for the reload, just has a bit of a look, just a little bit of a look out here, because you never know your luck. When you have a look into the bowl of death, he's just about loaded, and of course that's unlucky, but he did the right thing having a look anyway. That Hawk 12, he'll be feeling pretty nervous, but he does have the backup of the T49 as well as it's a Tiger 2 going to the bowl of death on El Haluf. This will be interesting. Hawk 12 obviously felt a little bit lucky there. If he survives that, I would be recommending that he buys a Tats Lotto ticket. It's a Tier 8 German light tank. Elite Commando though, on 1548 damage. He's got 3 shells left. He's just seen a little bit of stuff happening there. The Batchat clearly on the reload. And of course, Elite Commando probably thinking, well, if the enemy team think that the Batchat's on the reload, maybe they're going to poke. And maybe I can make the most of it. Looking at the FV215B on very low health there. Unlucky. It does aim at the lower plate, but that one bounced. 3-all is a score on El Haluf. Elite Commando on the reload hasn't taken any damage, but his crew did get stunned there, which is going to, of course, slow that reload time down. 2,377 damage done so far. A little bit blocked and assisted. He's just warming up though in these ridge lines. That M53, M55, Tier 9 American SPG, clearly aiming towards the northwest part of the map. But look at this, bit of danger happening over there in the northeast. Looks like a medium tank has gotten all the way to artillery. Elite Commando spots out the grill. The first 2 shots don't do any damage. The third shot is a blind shot, and what's he going to do? He might as well fire the last one, but I think he might have just twitched his mouse before he fired that last shot. Let's see if he can turn this one around. His team are down 4-6 on El Haluf. He's got 2,377 damage done. Now we don't know if any of those blind shots went into the grill. I think at least 2 of them missed, I've got to be honest with you. I think one of them, and of course the last one was just, I think he was just sort of twitching his finger and maybe getting a little bit frustrated. That Hawk 12 should certainly buy a lottery ticket. He's still alive somehow. As Elite Commando finds the T10. The first shot tracks the Soviet heavy tank. 2 shots through the lower plate. One more should not be enough. Yes, it is. One is enough to kill him. I thought he was on higher health than that. That's his first kill of the game. Brings his damage up to 3,442. Not sure what the T10 was thinking. I got a feeling the T10 didn't quite have the gun depression to shoot Elite Commando up there on that ridge. The FV4202 gets taken out. That Hawk 12 is still alive. I reckon he was on about 12 hit points. Now that load just took a pretty big whack. I reckon that was from the T30. Elite Commando's got 4 shells left, APCR rounds, which is standard ammunition. Artillery on Elite Commando's team has been taken out, possibly by that T49 in the northeast corner, which looks like the T49 might be playing with that AMX AC48. Centurion 7-1 does not look like he's trying to engage the T49 at all. And you'd hope that Centurion 7-1 would at least try to help the AMX, who would be in great danger of being flanked by that T49 and getting derped in the rear end. 8-9's the score. Elite Commando finds the T30. Also gets spotted. Cops a shot from the Stritzwagen S1. His tracks eat it. He fixes his repair kit. And of course, he's clearly thinking, no, I don't want to take on this T30 frontally. 9 minutes left on the clock. 3,442 damage done. 300 blocked. 520 assisted damage. Pulls back. And I reckon he's probably thinking about trying to maybe find that Hawk 12 who was last spotted there, as well as the Grill 15. The Grill 15 last spotted down there. That's what the WG is pinging towards. The WG no longer in this game. 9-all the score now, as it looks like a T49 just got killed. Elite Commando with 4 shells in the clip. 3,442 damage done. 300 damage blocked, 500 assisted damage. That AMX just got taken out by the Hawk 12, so we know that Hawk 12 is up in the northeast, and And that's right. That's what the AMX is saying. Yep, that was the Hawk 12. I called it. That those medium tanks really need to look after that tank destroyer. Anyway, Elite Commando finds a T30. Does cop one shot from the American tank destroyer. Puts two shots in. He needs to get rid of this 230. Quick, smart. Last bullet remaining. Please get the kill. Well done, Elite Commando. That's 2 kills, and that's evened it up at 10 apiece. 4,728 damage done, 300 block, 520 assisted. Pulls back for the reload. He doesn't want to catch that big American shell. That Hawk 12 is still alive on the far east of the map now. Remember, he was down here. He's clearly pulled back, went up all the way around there, killed the AMX, and now he's back in that corner. If the FE4202 with the Centurion work together, hopefully they could kill him. I reckon that Hawk 12 was only on about 12 hit points. Swedish Heavy versus Swedish TD. Tier 8 versus Tier 10. Elite Commando puts 2 shots into the Stridsvagn. He's got 2 bullets left. The low Seagull's the kill. And for the first time in a while now, Elite Commando's team are up 11-10. 5,464 hit points of damage. He reloads, indicates his reload time 30 seconds while hitting the F8 key, which is the right thing to do, especially in this kind of situation. It's 5 versus 4. Elite Commando, the Tier 10 Heavy. The Centurion 7-1. And the T30 at Tier 9. And of course the low and the FE4202 at Tier 8. Up against the Grill 15, the M53, M55 and the Rheinmetall. Now the Grill 15 just picked up the kill on that Centurion after the Centurion finally killed that Hawk. Now that Grill got the kill. That's the Grill there on the far eastern part of the map. Now that FE4202, he's all alone. That FE4202 really should just run away, but no, he's going to continue to try and engage. The Tier 10 tank destroyer. Looks like the Grill has just, the Rheinmetall Baltic had just fired. That's why he was running away. 2 quick bullets into the Tier 8 tank destroyer. Gets rid of him, and of course the M53, M55 had been spotted, last spotted over here at H1. It gets lit by the Grill. That's going to be Tier 10 versus Tier 10 here. 13 all's the score. 6,280 damage done by Elite Commando. He's down to 930 hit points, which is just under half health. Gets himself into a position to spot the Grill. Gets one shot into him. Bounces the return shot from the Grill. What's the Grill? The Grill's going forward. One more shot should do it. No, he doesn't. He's got 1 bullet left. There's the artillery. That artillery will definitely be aiming at Elite Commando. And he does get stunned. Fixes his stun crew by tapping the 5 key. Fixes his repair kit. Fixes his tracks with the repair kit. Gets rid of the Grill. 4 kills. 7,500 damage done. 1,050 damage block. Now that M53, M55 will probably know that Elite Commando is on the reload, but of course he's going to be on the reload as well. That's why Elite Commando is taking the long way up here. The T30 sitting on cap with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Elite Commando taking the long way up here, thinking that he's got to do something while he's reloading. If he hadn't gone up this way, maybe the M53 might have... I'm not sure if that M53 would have reloaded in time or not. 14-13 is the score. A minute left on the cap. You would imagine that M53, M55 will certainly be looking towards the cap circle. 58 seconds left on the cap. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. 14-13. Elite Commando from Crown in the Kranvagn. Formerly from Crazy Clan. The boys from Crazy Clan are very proud of this young man. Elite Commando in the Kranvagn. 7,500 damage done. 1,050 damage blocked. 784 assisted damage. He's got a full clip ready to rock. In that Swedish barrel, finds artillery, first shot bounces. First shot bounced. What's that artillery doing? Please don't tell me you're going to drown. We don't like that. 24 seconds left on the clock. Elite Commando on 4 kills. He'd love to get a 5th. I'll tell you what, folks, he's not going to slow down. I don't care. The arty was clearly aiming his way. Does a jump, gets a bit of air. That's gold. That was a brilliant, epic finish to the battle on Al Haloof, my old mate Elite Commando, finishing it with a barrel roll. And look, maybe he didn't really care if he lived or died. And why would you? An epic pretty good carry from the old mate Elite Commando from Crown, formerly from Crazy Clan. The Ace Dagger Mastery Badge, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, High Caliber for carrying the hell out of it. He had plenty to do with the destruction of a lot of those enemy tanks. 8,035 hit points of damage in the end. 1333 base experience, that was enough for an ace. 8,000. Nobody else hit 2 on his team. The M53, M55 didn't do too badly, along with that T10 that Elite Commando killed in the middle in the middle of that game up in the northwest. What did he do? He fired 30 shots, 27 hit, 22 did damage. 8,035. 1,050 blocked. Not as much as the last game, but he sort of made up for it with the kills and the damage. 30 shots fired, 27 hit, 22 did damage. He made nearly 15,000 credits with a premium account. He did have to fire some premium ammunition, or maybe he didn't have to fire some premium ammunition, but he did, basically because of his loadout. And let's see, you can see it. You can see it here in the loadout: 20 standard and 20 heat rounds, which is probably not a bad loadout. Especially 20 heat rounds would certainly be enough for if you're using it in Operation Gambit Clan War 7 versus 7 at tier 10. But in a game like we just saw in the first 2 games, where it's just 3 tier 10s, you might not need too many of those premium rounds. But of course, in a game like this, maybe you will when you're up against a couple of IS7s, E100, T110, E5, Type 5 heavy, plenty of armour there. Even the Jagdpanzer E100s, if you can't flank them, can certainly be challenging at times. But anyway, let's have a look. Elite Commando fires his first shell straight into the dirt. This is a full tier 10 battle. You can see 2 Batchats. 2 Batchats. 1 Batchat has gone straight into this very aggressive position here under the bridge near the water. Look, I doubt the Batchat would have reloaded. I doubt the Batchat would have had a full clip, but of course, pushing straight into him would have really opened him up to whatever might be back here shooting down towards that river. It's clear the enemy team have already won this little piece of water down here near the bridge. And you can see Elite Commando had already put into the in-game chat, rightio, let's go for this part of the map, but now he's saying no, it's too late. Fires towards the Batchat again. Maybe the Batchat's got a deflector shield on, I'm not too sure, but the first 2 shots went into the dirt. The TVPT 5051 gets taken out early by the STB1, and the Kranvagn of Elite Commando advises the 140 to fall back. He doesn't want to push into a losing sort of situation. What's that one? The STB Japanese. That'd be a pretty dicey shot to take there, so he chooses not to take that one. You can see the Super Conqueror put a shot into somebody. He bounced a couple of more shots. He's already bounced 1170, but just can't load the shells. Pulls back, switches to heat rounds. And of course that Super Conqueror, relatively new to the game, the Super Conqueror, isn't too bad in this kind of situation either. It's got a pretty bouncy turret. If you can hide that hull, you'll bounce shells all day long. With no artillery on either team, that Super Conqueror can just work off the back of this little ridgeline here. Use its gun depression, use its turret. He's certainly no dummy as well, the Super Conqueror player. He's got a mark of excellence. Looks like he might have poked a little bit too far forward there and got tracked. Anyway, looking towards the 268. Another shot doesn't hit. What's going on? Commando finds a Type 5 heavy. I reckon the first shot did go through the Type 5 heavy, but it went unspotted just as he got hit, I think. That's why his damage counter now is only showing 414. They're down by 1 tank. The STB1 getting very aggressive behind. You'd hope that either these TDs or these mediums here could get some side shots into the STB1. Where is he? The STB1 down to about 400 hit points, so you'd think that those mediums and TDs might have him covered. 436 as Elite Commando focuses on this battle in the southeast. Lots of enemy tanks down here near the water. He's got a full clip loaded, looking towards, not sure who that shot was aimed at. Fine, there's the Japanese heavy, gets 1 shot into. 1 more should kill him, hopefully before he shoots. He does. Takes the lead 2-1. The IS-7 got killed by the 121 elsewhere. That STB somehow is still alive as Elite Commando throws his last shell into the Object 268, was it? Yes, I think it was. Bringing his total damage up to 1,500. Of course, that Batchat clearly had worked it out. Yep, Kranvagn's on the reload, and he's just about all alone. Look at all these tanks in the city. These guys really need to push here with the help of the Batchat and the 140. Elite Commando in a world of trouble here. That Batchat's just pretty much clipped out and picked up a couple of kills. No, he didn't get any kills. Who got the kills? 268 got the kill, as well as possibly the STB1 over here in the central part. 6-2 the score though. Their team clearly doing very, very well in the city. Just an Object 140 left. T110E5 requesting fire into that Object 140. T62A goes blue. Not sure exactly what happened there in the city. He's no longer moving. Not sure if he's been banned or what. Anyway, 7-2 the score. Elite Commando on 2387. 2220 damage block, nearly 1,000 assisted. As he reloads again, they're a little bit hesitant to push on him. Of course, he's got the backing of 3 tank destroyers. The Jagdpanzer E100, the FV, 215B183, and of course the... what's the other one? It's not the T110E5, it's the T110E4, sorry. Elite Commando finds the IS-7, puts a big shot into the Russian heavy tank, puts in another one, takes him down to 200 odd hit points. The Object 268 looking pretty brave, and Elite Commando saying, I'll take that kill. Still got 1 shell left. That did that IS-7 damage him? I don't think he did, but Elite Commando only on 324 hit points. T62 is not banned. He's still moving around even though he's gone blue. Not sure what happened there. 9-2's the score. Still plenty of tanks down here though. In fact, I'd say all the enemy tanks are probably down here now. This STB1 has been alive for far too long. And of course, looks like the Object 140 player agrees. The Object 140 on pretty low health though. But again, he's got the backup of the grill and the FOC. And there's that STB1 down there on 436 health. He's got heat rounds loaded again. 400 alpha damage, 300 pen. If he needs it. 9-3 is the score. Elite Commando's on 2 kills, 3,500 damage, 27 damage blocked. The STB1 has just been taken out. Oh, rear shots into the Jagdpanzer E100. You beauty. Someone's tracked him. And there goes the big... There goes the big Jag, puts another shot into the Centurion Action X. He was having a pretty good game. Bounces the STB1 and the Centurion Action X. Pulls back for the reload. Back to standard rounds now because he's only got 1 premium shell left in the arsenal, I guess you'd say. 10-3. You'd be hoping that the win is just a matter of time. Elite Commando on 4,661 damage, 3.5 block, 3,000 assisted damage. Nothing wrong with that at all as the bullets get loaded. Of course, he's got APCR rounds loaded now, so he'll be looking probably towards the Centurion Action X and the Batchat 25T. Last seen just behind, just there he is, down there, right near the water. Batchat on 1,170 hit points. The Centurion Action X going on a YOLO run, and Elite Commando puts a shot into him, pulls back, thinking that maybe the Batchat will push onto him. He's got 3 shells left. The Batchat's down to hardly anything now. In the end, 15-5, comfortable win in the end. It wasn't looking like that though. Remember at the start of the game, weak, says the T62A. Let's just see how he performed in that one. And of course, it was, bearing in mind how many enemy teams were in that southeast corner, I didn't think it was going to be that much of a ruffle stomp, but a comprehensive win by Elite Commando and his team, and that was the battle that got him 3 marks of excellence on the Swedish heavy tank, the Kranvagn. 3 marks of excellence, that's absolutely epic. An Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, shell proof, fire for effect, steel wall for bouncing all of that damage. He topped the score charts on everything you can imagine. The Kranvagn, 5,043 damage done. Not sure what the T62A was talking about. Weak. He got 3rd. 2,200 is not a massive game for a T62A, but it's not. I'm not sure what was happening there. Not sure who he shot. Was it? Wasn't him. Wasn't him. Not sure. Not sure who. He clearly didn't kill anybody. Very interesting. I thought, because he went blue, unless there was 2 T62As. No, there wasn't. That was definitely the guy. Didn't do any didn't do any damage to allies, so I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe he tracked somebody when he shouldn't have. But Elite Commando having a ripper anyway. 5,043 damage done. 23 shots fired, 17 hit, 13 went through. 5,043. 3,500 blocked, 3,000 assisted, ace taker mastery badge, made a few credits, 7.5 minutes, 3 marks of excellence. That is absolutely enormous. Well done, Elite Commando. Thank you very much for the replays. As usual, thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to check us out on Twitch, YouTube, and all that jazz. Links will be down there somewhere. Elite Commando in the Kranvagn. 3 marks of excellence. And at the end of that second game, that was just an epic flip towards the end. Very, very well done. And entertaining. I know when he got there, I reckon he was thinking, I'll send this one to Stewie, and we'll see how he goes with that. As usual, take care, and see you all next time. Well done, Elite Commando. 3 marks of excellence. That's fantastic.